Welcome to Salta! We've got a really steep climb, a wiggly road up into the Andes Mountains. We're at 3,457 meters. It's incredible scenery, those mountains.
That is a long old road on Recta Del Tin Tin.
Definitely feel like we are in South America now.
Oh, it's a shaky one.
Wow, the wildlife in this part of the world is just on another scale.
We're Craig and Kirsty, a full-time travel couple sharing our adventures here on YouTube. We upload new travel content every week from different parts of the world. Right now we're making our way through the entire country of Argentina and exploring everything it has to offer. If you enjoy seeing new places and real experiences, please subscribe and welcome to the adventures of Tide Knot Travellers.
Welcome to Salta!
Hey everyone, as you can see we have left Cordoba and made yet another overnight bus here in Salta, and we're so excited to explore. We've hired ourselves a little car, actually quite a big car, another Duster, and we're headed out for 2 days of exploring this area.
So this morning we picked up the hire car in the city of Salta and we've driven west into the Andes. We're about an hour and a half into the Andes. The first hour of the drive is just through the plateau and out of the city, and then you come up into the mountains. And it's amazing how quickly it changes from feeling quite tropically like a rainforest, and then cactuses start to appear and the trees disappear. They're huge, they're epic. Yeah. It's so cool, like you can see behind us.
Yeah, there's one right behind us. So we just stopped off at this little lay-by for a break, and there's a family running a little stall here that sell tortillas and empanadas.
And there's a beautiful view over to this red rock cliff face on the other side of the valley.
And also, if you can't quite finish your empanada, don't worry, they've got a cute puppy Saint Bernard that will help you.
Although he won't still be a puppy by the time you get here, I don't think.
Yeah, you might have to buy 2 empanadas by then.
He's really cute.
Yeah, he is. Pretty warm and sunny here, so we're going to jump back in the car and head off and enjoy the day and head to Cachi.
We've got a really steep climb, a wiggly road up into the Andes Mountains. We're going to see some beautiful desert and a lot more cactus on our way to Cachi, and then after stopping off in Cachi we're going to head down Ruta 40, which I've heard is quite gravelly, and end up tonight in Cafayate, but the weather is stunning for it.
A lot of driving ahead of us and some bumpy roads.
Let's do this, let's go!
Let's go.
Let's hit the road!
He's so cute and hungry.
We've driven for about 45 minutes since our Red Rock and Empanada and Puppy stop off, and we've gained quite a lot of altitude. It's the snaky pass that goes up the mountain, and you can probably just see it behind us there. Can still breathe, so there's still plenty of air.
Although our water bottles are going nuts and our bag of crisps is like gone solid.
About to explode.
Not going to open those.
But yeah, you can see the windy road behind us. I think we've still got quite a lot of altitude to gain, and the road, we're now on a gravel track. As soon as you start going up the pass, it turns from tarmac to gravel. But loving these views, the mountains are just beautiful to look at. The
scenery is so stunning and intricate, which is why I put my glasses on so I can actually enjoy it all.
But yeah, we're going to take in these views and then head on towards Cachi.
Yeah.
We've driven about 10 minutes further up the pass, and I think we've reached the very top. Can you see that road snaking its way up the mountain?
I hope this is the top. The crisps didn't survive and my ears aren't surviving.
Can definitely feel a little bit more of the altitude now. I had a bit of a twang in my head. The ears aren't popping too bad actually, mine aren't, but...
I always get it worse than you though, same when we're diving.
And also we've just stopped here where there's a few people selling things at this little stop off, and there's a little shop there as well. So I think this stop off is called Cuesta del Obispo. I'll put the name of it down below. But yeah.
The scenery is just amazing.
So I think coming up very soon we've got the national park with all the huge cactus, and we've got that long straight road which is called something Tintin. But again,
Tintin?
yeah, I think it's Recta Tintin. Incredibly long straight road across a desert.
17 kilometers or something.
Yeah, and I think we're about an hour or so from Cachi from here. But yeah,
That's good.
we're just going to take in these views and then head on to Cachi. So we've driven about 5 minutes further up from that viewpoint over the mountain pass, and we've entered into Cardones National Park, and you can see again we're pretty high up here, and this little stop off here is called Capilla San Rafael, and you can see this little chapel behind us here. I've seen pictures of this, so that's when you know you're on the right route.
And it's getting pretty cold. The wind is definitely a bit cooler and sharper up here, which we expected. We've got more layers ahead of this, so I need them already.
Yeah, it's very exposed up here and it is cold. I mean, we are right at the end of April, so I'm sure it's a bit colder than maybe 2 or 3 months ago. It would have been warmer, but I think it's supposed to be quite cold up here anyway. But yeah, I think we must be up at around 3,000 meters, I think, from reading I've done. But we're going to check out this little chapel, and there's also some gauchos there with some horses. So,
Yeah, that's really cool.
yeah,
And they're really friendly. They're waving as we go past. It's nice.
definitely feeling very Andean right now.
Yeah.
And I've just seen the sign about the altitude. So we're at 3,457 meters
Yeah, wasn't a bad guess.
above sea level. So there you go. Said about 3,000. So
Okay, it's time to hit the road.
whoa, it's windy here. The wind literally just took the door out of my hand. And this is Recta Tin Tin, the long straight road through the desert. It's incredible scenery, those mountains over there as well. We parked by the side of the road and we're just gonna have a walk to the viewpoint just here. Kirsty's jumpering up,
Cold.
keeping herself nice and warm, or trying to.
Yeah. What size is that cactus?
Yeah, the cactuses have come back as well. They look like they're struggling around here a little bit. They look a bit dark and a bit burnt, to be honest. But
Struggling around here.
I'm not surprised. It's brutal up here.
Wow, that is a long old road. Old Recta Del Tin Tin. Can't wait to drive on it.
And those mountains over there are called Cerro Tin Tin, and look at the shape of them. They just look so spectacular, like nothing we've seen before. And behind them you can see an even higher peak, which is snow-capped. You can definitely feel there's more altitude here. I feel a little bit more short of breath. Not too bad, but just in comparison.
Yeah.
And you can see all those classic looking cactus spread out across the vastness of Los Cardones National Park. They are so cool. Got a close-up huge example of a cactus there as well. And just all up the side of this valley. Wow, such a unique place. Incredible. Time to drive along the longest, straightest stretch of road I've probably ever driven on, Recta Del Tin Tin, and to get on to Cachi for some food. we've arrived in the small village of Cachi. We definitely feel like we are in South America now.
Yeah, I think this is the main square behind us, and there's a few places to go get lunch and coffee, so that's exactly what we're going to do because it's 2:30 already.
Nice and warm here in Cachi. As Kirsty said, we are feeling hungry. There's a choice of a few places to go here. But yeah, it looks very South American rustic, I would say. It's a very small place. I think you can walk around it in 10-15 minutes and then head off to the next place.
And get coffee first. So we picked a little cafe called Viracocha right here in the main square, and the benefit is we arrived here just after a big group tour left, so we've got nice peaceful late lunch to ourselves. I've gone for a vegetarian wok, and Craig's got a ham and cheese toastie. We've got a couple of coffees and a nice big juice to share because we need hydrating. So yeah, we're going to eat this pretty quickly, then explore a little bit of Cachi and then hit the road again because the second part of the journey is meant to be a lot more hectic than the first. So yeah, let's go.
Bon appetit! We've just taken a wander down to the far end of Cachi, so this is the end that we arrived in Cachi. And as you arrive, or as we arrived earlier, there was loads of tourists here, but this is what you're greeted with when you arrive. And you can see that it's a lot lower in altitude. It is 2,280 meters here in Cachi.
Yeah.
We really came down a lot off of the national park.
Yeah, everybody advises you to come to Cachi for lunch, which is great advice. But then obviously if everyone advises that, then lunchtime gets pretty busy. So it's a good thing that it took us longer to get here with all our filming that we were doing. So that we've arrived here just after rush hour. Again, we just saw another tourist bus leaving as we arrived to see this sign. So yeah, we're feeling quite smug about it, but it does mean we're probably going to get to Cafayate pretty late, but that's fine. We're just going to get there, sleep, and see it tomorrow when we wake up. So
Cachi and El Calafate do have in common all the dogs, so there's a lot of really friendly dogs on the street here as well.
yeah, I blame them for making us late. We keep stopping to cuddle them all.
Yeah, we do.
So cute.
Right, let's take a wander up to the other end of the street. We just wandered a little further up and there's these beautiful gardens, and on one side of the gardens there are some markets. I mean, they're closed right now, they're not selling right now, but
They sell like artisan things that they make here. It's a cool little artsy place with just lovely trees and greenery. It's such a cute little place, Cachi, I like it.
yeah, whitewashed buildings all the way around, and it's just got that dusty, deserty vibe.
We would like to stay here tonight. There's quite a few hostels and hotels around the main area, but we've only got the car for 2 days because car hire is crazy expensive in Argentina. So we have to get ourselves to Cafayate next and get ourselves back tomorrow. Otherwise, if you've got more time, I recommend staying here because this place is cute.
Yeah, and there's even a tourist centre as well, a tourist office. It's pretty well established for tourism, that's for sure, as we've seen so far since we've been in Cachi.
Full of friendly people, nice food. Oh yeah, and the vegetarian and vegan options in that restaurant we just went to were amazing. And that place is also a hostel, so yeah. Any vegetarians that are backpacking their way around Argentina, that's a good place for you to go.
Come to Cachi. Off of the square as well, there's a culture centre or a museum and a bodega as well, right in the centre of Cachi. It's
feel
just
like-
really nice, it's so chilled here.
Yeah, I feel like there's a good amount of stuff to do here for just like one night. It feels like enough of a place to be just for a night or two, maybe. I wish we had more than an hour here.
Yeah, and there's a museum over here, and there's the main church. Cachi is a really beautiful little desert town. We'd love to spend a bit longer here actually.
Especially with the wine.
Yeah, the bodegas we just saw are really beautiful. I think
Tempting.
one night or maybe 2 nights would be perfect here.
Yeah.
But yeah, we need to get on the road to Cafayate, and there's some beautiful landscapes en route as
Yeah.
well.
I
Really
think-
excited about it. Ruta 40. Let's go. This is awesome. We're about half an hour south of Cachi. We were just driving along the road, and by the side of the road there were 3 or 4 huge eagles. Don't know if you can see one just flying across here. They are huge. They're not condors, they're some kind of eagle. And also I looked over onto that ridge over there and I can just see 2 big ears. I'm not sure if it's a guanaco, it might even be a donkey. He's moved off now, he's gone over that ridge, but these eagles, they took off and they were literally only a few meters away from me.
There's one here.
They're huge.
Another one here.
Is there? One's just landed just over there. He blends in really well. There's another one now circling up in the sky over there. They were so big. Hola. Still see them behind Kirsty. There's one over there.
What an air show they're giving us.
Yeah.
Incredible. I was just sitting there like, wow. Everyone keeps driving past and just waving and saying hello. It's so friendly.
Wow, the wildlife in this part of the world is just on another scale. Look how close he's coming. Right behind.
Gosh.
He's massive.
He's showing off, I think.
He really is, yeah. Oh, if we could just throw in a puma now, maybe a few llamas, a few more guanaco. You can see the other side of Recta Del Tin Tin. So the other side of those huge mountains. Over there is where we went down the very long straight road earlier before we got to Cachi. And now we're the other side of that, and you've got a river valley running along here. There's huge cactus absolutely everywhere, and then this goes even deeper into the Andes mountain range.
But yeah, we need to get back onto this bumpy road because we are trying to see some amazing sights before the sun sets, or before it disappears behind the mountains at least.
Yeah, we want to see the Fletcher's rock formation, which I think is another hour, but we want to see it before the sun goes down behind these mountains. The Duster's holding up well so far.
The Duster is becoming the Dusty. So we've got about 2 hours left of this crazy journey on this road. We were hoping to make it to the Fletcher's rock formation just before sunset. The sunset is right now, so we are losing light drastically. We can see some cool rock formations in the background, but I think we've got like, I don't know, another 10 minutes till we see the main bit, by which time I don't have much light left. I mean, the scenery is stunning, like I'll show you.
This is one of the main things we wanted to see today, and the Fletcher's rock formations, they look like sharp, jagged mountains, and the road literally weaves its way through. It looks really cool. So hoping we can make it in time. Fingers crossed. We're so close, it's just here. Oh wow, look.
Wow,
Wow.
this is crazy. Look at them all. Whoa.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Parakeets.
That was amazing. Timing, just when you got the camera on and those things happen, was delightful.
We literally broke the flock of them.
Yeah, we've had
Coming across.
quite a lot of wildlife since we've been on this Ruta 40 road, and we're only halfway through the journey. Let's hope we don't meet too much in the dark.
So we have a new plan.
Yeah, slightly
we
changed.
got to the final little town or village before the Fletchers, and basically there was no light left, and I said to Kirsty, I can't drive through here with not seeing the Fletchers.
Yeah.
So we've driven into Angostaco and we found somewhere to stay. So we're going to stay the night.
So Angostaco is the final town before we would have driven the final couple of hours through this road and got to Cafayate. So we were only going to drive that last bit in the dark and miss all the scenery and then stay in Cafayate. So we figured we'll stay here tonight And luckily we got this hostel for pretty much the same price as we just paid for our lunch today.
It's amazing, and Kirsty's so happy because breakfast is included.
Yeah.
And she loves a breakfast included.
I do. So we're going to get up early for breakfast tomorrow, go see the Fletchers in the morning daylight, and then drive through to Cafayate, maybe have lunch and see Cafayate for a bit, and then make the drive back up to Salta.
Yeah.
So there we go.
And this place looks so unique and interesting. I cannot wait to explore it. But we're going to check in and then we're going to go and get some food.
So we're really glad that we didn't actually book any accommodation tonight, because we were going to book somewhere in Cafayate, and then we decided just to leave it and we'll just rock up at a hostel tonight, which we don't usually do. Really glad that that was what we did, because change of plans, proof that sometimes good things fall apart so that better things can come together. Because we've got this super cheap accommodation. It's got a swimming pool as well, but it's closed because we're out of season, which is probably why the price is so good. And yeah, so we can get dinner here as well, which is great. Breakfast in the morning, and off we go.
Yeah, the sky looks amazing. There's still a little bit of light in the sky and the stars are going to be beautiful. But we're going to go and park the car, check into our room and get some dinner.
Join us next time for part 2, where we wake up in the middle of this otherworldly landscape as we finish off Argentina's epic Ruta 40, before finally making it to Cafayate in time for lunch at a beautiful bodega, and making the drive back along Route 68 with all its famous sights along the way. For daily updates on our travels, head over to our Instagram at Tied Knot Travellers, or for exclusive behind the scenes content, we'd love you to join us on Patreon. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
It's the altitude. What do you think of the scenery?
This unlike anything I've ever seen before. I love how the dogs just don't move for the vehicles. They just don't care. They're like, nope, you go around me. I'm lying here. He just stayed right there in that van, had to manoeuvre right round it. So funny.